Good day and welcome, my name is Fondas and today we are playing Hearts of Iron 4. Damn, it felt good to finally say that again. Yes, I am back after months and months of radio silence. Some of you have already dropped me and granted me a rest in peace. Fortunately for me, that time has not yet come. And fortunately for you, that means that more videos will indeed show up again. Although not at a particularly fast rate, I do now have a daytime spending. But I'll try to at least do a couple of videos and also do the extra game. So, what game are we playing here? It is of course a Paradox game. It's a new Paradox game called Hearts of Iron 4. Which goes along the lines of what you've already seen in this channel, Europe Universalis 4. It's a grand strategy game. It's a grand strategy game involving a map. It's a grand strategy involving a map and involving lots of nations and lots of war and intrigue and stuff. So what is different about this one? Well, this iteration of their grand strategy genre takes in the role of World War II. And we will be playing as the United Kingdom in World War II. Hooray, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom during World War II, obviously, as most of you know, is on the side of the Allies. We will keep in there. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted from JLP now sending me Steam messages. So we'll have to find out. Of course, it's a Paradox game, so I cannot, for the life of me, start to explain what everything does. I'll try to give some quick summaries, but I'm still finding out this game myself, and I've been playing it already. So we'll just see how it goes. I have been playing as the Netherlands already, just to fail at it. Fortunately for me, I did not fail at it, with my only tactic being go fascist and conquer Belgium. Which I might do again sometime in the future. But for now, we're going to play as the United Kingdom to make us more familiar with the game and hopefully stop the Nazi threat. We'll see if we have to storm the beaches of Normandy. So what is it that we have to do? Well, we have to guide our nation through the next 10 years of uncertain times. And uncertain times they are, for Hitler has claimed the German Reich and is leading it on a path to war. How will we do that? Well, by supporting our allies, which currently are none of them. We are a faction of the allies, which contains all of our vassals, basically. But fortunately for the democratic world, more people will join our faction, and we'll end up with a war with Germany and maybe even the Soviet Union, Soviet Russia. For now, we'll have to bring back our country. We have to build up our army. We have to prepare for the dark times ahead. We do that through a number of things. We do that, of course, through research. In this iteration, research is divided up more into equipment types, doctrines, kinds of tanks you can build, kind of ships you can build. So it's the technological advances go less massive and are more on a personal level, the kind of vehicles that you deploy and research. You have factories, different kinds of factories to control, civilian factories which produce goods and factories, and other buildings and infrastructure, and military factories which produces our military equipment. Yes, you have to produce equipment for your infantry, for example, and you have to control the supply lines, and you have to make sure that everyone has enough, and all infantry will have hopefully enough infantry equipment, otherwise they'll have more men than weapons, which is something that only barbaric Russians do. So I have to keep that in check. Of course, we have our dockyards as well, which we can build ships with, which we are currently building ships with, which is using up all our oil. But for now, we'll need those ships. We can set a focus, which is basically our focus for the day. Let's put it on limited rearmament for now. And the focus provides a bonus to different things. They might, in this case, it gives me 4 civilian factories, 2 in Hong Kong and 2 in Kenya. But others can reduce research time, give me extra research slots, move us a certain political way. There's a political agenda here. So research time, this is more factories, these people like us more. So it's with Italy, there's just lots of things you can do, with interesting things that are designed to guide a nation a certain way. We have our cabinets and our edicts and our functions. We can switch our economy, or we can set an export focus, set our conscription focus, hire ministers that point us a certain way, like a backroom backstabber. It's an unfortunate title to have, Neville Henderson. Neville Henderson went down in history as a backroom backstabber. He was so vile that they had to put in the word backroom backstabber back twice. Apparently we have low manpower, which is all because of this, the war to end all wars, where Great Britain fought, First World War, it's the last war. Hitler fought, nope, won't be. Which basically means that people are reluctant to send the young off to die, which for us means... What the... Where did it go? There we go. That's weird. Wasn't that button. Well, it wasn't the war. It decreases our recruitable population factor by minus 25%. So, because we have that, we lose about, 15,000 men? Yeah, about 15,000 men. 15,000 young men that we could send off to die on the shores of Western Europe. We can set our technology, 4 technologies in precise, and I'd love to go for industry first. So some basic machine tools. We already have these free. Radio and radio detection. Let's go for mechanical computing. Research time minus 3%, just an overall handy investment. We have these resources in surplus. We are going to lack oil, especially if we want to start building more fighters, more bombers, more ships, and more tanks. We'll need more oil. So let's produce the building of synthetic oil. That could help us. And support weapons. Yes, please. I'd love me some support weapons. Upgrades. Everything. Let's look at our army. This is our Great Britain-based army, which for some reason houses 2 cavalry brigades. What is a cavalry brigade? What does it exist of? Templates out of 4 cavalries. Why? Why do we have cavalry? Two. It's a template of a basic infantryman. Just that. It's got engineering company. Do we have others? We have colonial garrison. And we have a cavalry brigade, which has the Regan company. I would love to put the Regan company on the infantry, but that will cost experience. So instead of allowing us to add this to our infantry company, we're stuck with this cavalry brigade. That's just totally useless. That's really, I can't. Alright, wait, no, where's the other one? There. Got the 2 cavalry brigades. Hold the divisions. No, wish to disband selected units. Yes, please do that. I'll return to our manpower pool. Good. So that's here, but Great Britain, as we all know, rules the world. And that's a byproduct also the waves. Or is it the other way around? Infantry here, there's random boats here. There's a lot of random stuff here. No, British Raj, those are our allies, we don't directly control those. We have 14 boats here. 1 division here. Is there anything more we control? Is that it? Expected we controlled more. Jerusalem leader area. Cannon brigades. The Cairo force. Ugh, another cavalry. We could consolidate all of those. Insufficient intel. Is it mine? It is actually mine. It's a good infrastructure level. Well, at any rate, we even have it's because we have Gibraltar, which is claimed by Spain. We have random units here in Malta. They're not gonna survive. Alright, so we need people. We need people in Great Britain. We need people to send to the European front. We have 7 military factories we're not using. We have a lot of civilian factories we're not using. Do we have radio towers? Yes, we do. We cannot yet build synthetic oil. Do we have... We have anti-air built. Also in random parts of Scotland, for some reason. We have 3 coastal forts in that one province and 0 others. We have no forts somewhere else. Got a naval base. It's so weird. Why only put forts here and then nowhere else? Very well, we can convert stuff. We can build civilian factories, which is something we might want to do. Although we already have a bunch of them available. We could also build military factories, which is more to my liking. Built 1 in Wales, 1 in Louvain, queue up 1 in Aberdeenshire, Yorkshire, and Gloucester. We have military factories available, and those need to produce military stuff. So let's produce military stuff. Build more infantry equipment. Build more sport equipment. No? Oh, yeah, that's true. Build, turn off all these ships. There we go. And turn off the air as well. Thank you. Towed artillery. Fantastic. We need way more of that. Build another. Build another. We also need motorized. Let's build some motorized. Or at least queue it up. We do have the light tank. But we might... That's the Vickers 2. We might stop producing those. Because what I might want to do is just research the Matilda and start producing those. How many of those tanks do we have? 0. Fantastic. We should just immediately stop producing those. There's no reason why we should do that. Cancel that. Thank you. Produce more artillery. That's great. No template for the towed artillery. That's fine. We have low manpower. We have 3 dockyards. Let's look at those dockyards then. We have how many free dockyards? 5. We would like to stop this one. Stop this one. Why is this a thing? Apparently they're also all auto-deployed. There we go, just put all Navy docks there. Destroyer and a light cruiser. And let's all put it on London area. Just deploy my navies there. We know what's going to be at stake here. Nobody cares for this land. Well, that's not entirely true. I do care for the land. It's just that probably going to get lost anyway. I'm not that good, and also taking care of the African theater. So our main focus will be on the European theater. I'm looking sideways to see what time I've been recording, because I do think we're actually ready to start the game and turn it on slowly for now. And we'll make an army, which is the British theater. Well, let's see. This is the most important area. So if we can consolidate all our forces there. Then we might actually stand a chance. Alright, go there. And then I don't know. Go somewhere nice. There we go. Get more of those units all the way. Can you do that, please? No? Why not? Are you not in the Cork province? You are. You are. What's the problem then? What seems to be... Oh, you can do that. No, don't do this. You can't. Oh, fine. Let me know when you arrive. Is there any other forces we need to index or consolidate? You are mighty brave. Do you think you can defend this island all on your own? What's your template? Oh goody. We also have this island here. Might be worth to also consolidate them up here. Yes. That seems like an excellent idea. And then we're about to be able to go faster. I have to think about it. We have more land. We have land here, which no one owns. No troops are stationed. We have land here. No troops are stationed there. Well, we can take all these troops. You guys. We can give them a new feeder. This will be the Cairo feeder. Excellent. This will be the British feeder. That seems fine actually. So this game really works on a troop per troop basis. In previous iterations of the game, like Prince House for Crusader Kings 2, you have these giants deciding battles that just take place every once in a while. Battles at which all of the soldiers of one side go against all of the soldiers of the other side, and whoever wins that giant fight is usually the winner of the war. So that's not how this one goes. This war is of course fought by many people on a very large front. So one of the ways to do this is by you creating a... You cannot create a front line. I cannot draw a front line. This is so disappointing. Well, I can draw a front line. Say we wanted to invade Ireland for a very good reason. We could do so by drawing a front line here, and then you can add battle plans. So you could say, alright, I want you to take over this, and I also want you to then move over to everything, which is of course a grand plan, which we will probably never see come to fruition. Primarily because we are a democratic country, and in this time and age, people don't like it no more that you want to go to war. Which, granted, seems fair. Because war has become, and it has always been, very horrendous, as we are about to discover on the current, thanks to Adolf Hitler, who will teach us how many lives will be lost in the coming 10 years. Let's make the game a bit faster. So something actually happened. I will turn off the day-night cycle. It is a cool visual effect. You don't have, well, why? You cannot division blocks an army, but there's no orders assigned. Go there. Defend that. There you go. You have an order. Cairo. Well, that is actually a mighty fine question. What will we do with the Cairo front? Italy will take over Ethiopia. No, that will almost certainly happen. So we could either, with this front line, divide our troops and defend these two fronts, and this will become a giant front, or we can assign motionists to push in from one side, rout the enemies, and then go back. We could leave a small token force to defend the city of Cairo. Might not actually be the worst idea ever. To leave a force, defend Cairo, fuck all of this. Aww. King George V has died. Well, welcome, King Edward the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. King Edward the 8th. May he rest in peace. That's the King George, of course, not Edward. What is this button? Ooh, colors. And a symbol. Interesting. Well, for now, I believe that we will put in a break. Oh dear, it's been already over the time. So, thank you all for watching. Yes, I am back. No, I don't know for how long. Yes, hopefully for always. But probably not, because I have to die sometime as well. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!